Care by Tanya Putman, Colorado Christian University. Objectives today are: what is long-term care? Who pays for long-term care? How much does it cost? And the biggest thing is planning. So the National Institute on Aging defines long-term care as care that involves a variety of services designed to meet a person's health or personal care needs during a short or long period of time. It helps people live as independently and safely as possible when they can no longer perform everyday activities on their own. And this includes patients and those sorts of things. So, who pays for it and what is really covered? You see here in this table that I've prepared is a Medicare, Medicaid, private sector, and faith-based. Um, Faith-based, although they're often cheaper and can provide additional resources, they also follow Medicare and Medicaid guidelines. So getting into those, you have to think about Medicare and Medicaid guidelines as well. And often those sort resources are limited. Medicare typically covers your skilled services in a long-term care facility, which is going to be your wound cares, your PTOT, ST, which is physical therapy, occupational therapies, and speech therapy. Medicaid has income requirements as well as it's based on the amount of assistance you need. In your private sector, there's long-term care insurance, combination products as life and long-term care insurance, annuities, savings, and personal funds are some ways that can pay for long-term care. The problem with that is oftentimes we don't have enough savings to cover those. And the long-term care insurance policies, there's no one-size-fits-all policy, and they're very difficult sometimes, and they don't cover everything. So how much does it cost? As you can see here in Forbes magazine, here is an annual cost of long-term care. You can see that just in a semi-private room, it's $82,000 a year. That's expensive. And if you're in there 2 or 3 years, that can really add up. Longtermcare.gov kind of breaks it down by month and hour depending on what you need. So most people just need homemaker services or home health aid in the beginning. 20 bucks an hour. 8 hours a day or longer, 2 or 3 days a week or 7 days a week. I mean, that can really add up. So being prepared is the key here. So some key questions are, where do I go from here? You need to start looking at what types of care you're going to need, your resources such as who's going to take care of me, and also what kind of funding you might be eligible for, Medicare, Medicaid, or your personal funds. So as a plan, and it's never too early to start planning. And the things here in this table, I've kind of broken it down, some things that you should know before age 50 all the way to after age 65. And pretty much they build upon each other. You need to know about Medicare. Most people think Medicare pays for everything, and well, they don't. So you need to know that they only pay for skilled services in the home and long-term care facilities. They do not pay for activities of daily living. And again, that is most of your long-term care needs. Know that it's more expensive than you think. We saw in the previous slide that the cost of it can be very astronomical. And the biggest thing in all of these ages is make sure you have an advanced care directive. This allows for people to know what your wishes are and how you should be taken care of. Okay. Some other things to think about is the layout of your home and to go ahead and make necessary changes. Do you need a ramp? Do you need to widen your doors for a wheelchair? Where is your a hospital bed that you might need or go? Are you able to function in a wheelchair around your house? You need to evaluate these things and think about these things. Evaluate your resources and who you can count on financially and physically. Are there people there that can help you? Help you if you need the physical help. Look at your resources. How much savings do you have? Do you have any annuities? Do you have any kind of long-term care insurance? So these are definitely things that you should start. The other things that you need to think about are it's really the cost of care, what is long-term care insurance, paying privately, and advanced care directives. Know about reverse mortgages. Consider your home modifications. Research this stuff. If you don't know how to research it, ask someone to help you research it. There are financial planners out there who can help you with these things and know about long-term care financial planning. There are elder care lawyers out there who can help you with these type of things. Some banks have people in-house that can help you with annuities and those sort of things. But it's good to start thinking about these and preparing for these things so you're not really caught off guard. Okay. Uh, Look at different types of facilities, get some cost estimates, and make a plan of how you're going to pay for these services. The biggest thing is it's never too early to start planning and to research. Thank you for looking at my presentation on long-term care.